Hey, what is going on the YouTube? This is Robert, and today I'm bringing you this week's drop list, which is going to be for week 18 of the fall winter season. Now, I gave Supreme the benefit of the doubt. The teas were meant to be released, and I'm expecting them to be released within the next 2 hours, basically. But yeah, I'm just going through the list. I should have just done this yesterday. I didn't. I was holding on for the teas. Anyway, let's jump straight into this and go through what we know that we're getting so far and what we can visually see. So yeah. Okay, so jumping straight into it, obviously. The top row basically has accessories, which I kind of like that they are a standout for this week, I suppose would be the way to phrase it. I feel like I need to come down a bit, I'm a bit too high. But yeah, it was meant to be the winter teas, that is the main area that I was meant to be covering, but we can go through the names and such at the end of this video, obviously. So for actually the entire row in the end, it's not even three. For the whole first row, we're going accessories, which is going to kick off with the smaller version of the prior paperweight that we're expecting to get, but we didn't actually get publicly. This time it is a keychain, so it's a miniature one. Expect it to be like $20 or so, or $20 or less, hopefully. We then have the Selma Alto saxophone, which I think is an absolutely beautiful piece. I think the detailing to it is just amazing, and overall, yeah, I feel like it's going to be a little bit expensive, but that is obviously for the piece itself. It's a saxophone, you can't really expect it to be like 200 or 300. That's not what happens. But yeah, I think they are lovely instruments in the end, so I would be extremely biased to it because I do just think they're great. So yeah, moving on from that, we then have the first piece from the Spider collab, which is going to be a pair of crew socks, which, to be honest, they'll probably end up selling, they just will do. I don't know which colorway. I would personally probably say it's just going to be the black colorway, but I'm sure there'll be white or yellow that's taken in between, and you never know, it might be a surprise as to what goes first. We then have the Zippo that is going to be dropping if we open up onto it in the end. As you can see, nice detailing. I know a couple of people who are going to be going for this. They are just hoping that the retail isn't horrendous, which, you know, we could wait and see, I suppose, at the end of the day. But yeah, I think it'll be fine. I do just think I like the detailing a bit more than the standard Zippos that we typically tend to get from Supreme. So yeah. Carrying on for this week, we have Spider, 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 basically back to back to back. And personally, I do think that this collab is decent across the board. I think there are a couple of colorways that I'm not the biggest fan of, but in general, I do just like it, and that's that. So going on to the beanie. Beanie is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. A lot of people obviously said SpiderMan, you know, Tobey Maguire, just kind of easy with that, isn't it? A lot of the scenes from when he was Spider-Man had graphics like this specifically. So yeah, I can understand why. Personally, colorways, I do like the reversal of this black/grey colorway, but I think that the white's actually one of the cooler ones. Probably more wearable would be the green, purely because of the fact that you probably won't see as much as you'd see on the white colorway. So yeah, just keep that in mind, I suppose, when you pick it up or when you go for it. We then have the technical jacket, which I think is really great. I'm not gonna lie, I really do. I think that this is a great piece. The fact that obviously the hood is detachable, then you open it up and it's another jacket, basically inside a jacket, I think is extremely cool. Yeah, just look at that. That's really cool. Personally, the colorway for me is going to be this natural white, blue, I don't know, colorway. I just think that, yeah, I think it's the best. I do. I just think it's the best. Black colorway is perfectly fine. It's probably more wearable in the end, the black colorway, but I just prefer that colorway. It's just a personal thing. Looking at it, it just is. That's great. But that right there is you know. So it just is. I just really do. And I think that the details and the graphics all round, as long as this is all embroidery, is perfect. You've got Supreme in several places, you've got Spider, it's not too over the top, it's not too low key. The hood's a bit funky, but it is detachable, so you don't really have to worry about that too much. And yeah, it's good. We then have the gloves following that, which I think are actually perfectly fine. And yeah, I'd probably say that black colorway is going to be the most popular. I think that the white colorway is a nice standout, and the yellow is as well. But I just think when it comes to gloves of this type or this caliber, it's just black colorway. We then have our first normal piece, I suppose, of the week, of a piece of clothing, which is going to be the double knee painter pant, which typically these do have a lot of popularity. Colorway wise, I would probably say it's going to be between the thirds. So for me, it would be the dark grey, the blue denim, and then the black colorway. That's my mindset to them. That's what I think. You can tell me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I just feel like those three will be the most popular when it comes to this because I feel they're the most wearable. There is a chance for this colorway, I feel, or even the stone or natural colorway to take that, but I just feel that those three are like the ones that people would probably safely go for in the end. So yeah, we then move on to more spider pieces, which will include the zip up hoodie and the Windstopper zip up sweater. Going through them, they're quite standard and simple. I'm not really a massive zip up hoodie person, but I can understand if people want it at the end of the day, so I get it. Personally, I'd probably say that the black colorway's better. I do like the white, but I just think black colorway's better. And in the zip-up sweater, I'd probably be of the same nature, that just black colorway is just better. I'm not really a massive fan of this when it's larger, I suppose, more spread out for this colorway. I just don't think it's as great. But definitely, as you can see, just black colorway, I think is just the cleanest. In the end, they're all great across the board, but it's just personal preference in the end. I do like the white, natural, cream, whatever, but yeah, I do just prefer the black colorway when it comes down to it. We then have a Gore-Tex 900 Fill Down Parka. Perfectly simple, perfectly easy. I'd probably just say black colorway is going to be my favourite, and that would be that. The fur is nice, but if I was saying, or to go for anything personally, I'd just go black colorway because it's just simpler in the end. We then have a New Era balaclava from the Spider collaboration again. I'd probably say same sort of thing, black colorway, and the other two are perfectly fine, but it's just where my mind goes to in the end. We then have a sweatpant that is going to be releasing to match the hoodie, obviously. Black colorway, yeah. The Crest Coach's jacket, I'm not the largest fan of. I'd probably just say black or navy. The brown is nice, but it'd just be between those two. We then have the denim boucle camp cap. I love the overall look that's going across this, but I don't know if I'm a big fan, and if I was going to be a fan, it would probably be of the navy colorway. To match the Crest jacket, we have a Crest beanie, which I'm exactly the same of. I'm not the biggest fan. Brown, navy, black, perfectly fine. I do like grey, but it's just not amazing, like in the end. And then we can end the week off with the Gore-Tex ear flap cap, which I'm not a fan of at all. Compared to other ear flaps, I'm not. We've got the paisley flannel shirt, which I'm pretty sure I've been expecting for like 4 weeks, just hasn't decided to drop. It's okay. I'm not the biggest fan. I believe that I said it was either the black colorway or the central that were like my favourite, but yeah. And to end off the week, we have the Spider ear flap New Era, which I'm definitely not a fan of. I can't lie, it's just not great. So I'd take the Gore-Tex over it, and that's saying something. So yeah, that is going to cover this week's drop list. If you're interested in the names for the tees before we end off, their names are going to be Crest Tee. You can tell what that's going to have on it. Grinch Tee, Smoke Tee, Will Sheldon Tee, Diamonds Tee, and Strawberries long sleeve tee. No box logo tee, nothing like that, so it is what it is, but that is going to cover this video. As per norm, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below, what you like, what you dislike, what you're going to be going for, whether or not you're going to be sleeping on it or not. And yeah, personally, the cash paperweight does interest me, but at the end of the day, it's not really worth it. I will probably see what the tees are like, because sometimes I grab them as just a present, you know, I just grab one, gift, done, you know, but we'll have to wait and see as to how they actually look or turn out, because if it's literally just like a Grinch graphic there, I'll leave it be, because like I prefer tees that are like this in the end, you know, it's a more wintry graphic, winter piece, you know, but anyway, that's going to cover it. So as per norm, a video will probably pop up there, and that is going to cover it from me. So yeah, I do hope that you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Peace.